Well guys, back at it again, working on the old Skylark. You can see I did the master cylinder already. Now it's a water pump and some carb issues. That thing needs some work. Some of the linkages are sticky and it just seems to be running like crap. So when I first did the master cylinder on this thing, you didn't pump it at all. You just turn the key, fires up, runs mint. Now you have to pump it and kind of give it a bit of throttle to maintain. So we'll look into that. And yeah, I'm just draining the coolant right now so I can change out the water pump. Show you guys how we know it's bad. Alrighty, so the water pump's here. You can see a little bit of the classic green dried schmoo there, but I'll try to get my light in a better spot. This is an easy way to check if your water pump is dead. Grab the fan. Give it a wiggle. It's actually moving a lot more than what the camera shows it's moving. It's quite excessive. So, yeah. I picked up a new water pump this morning. We'll get this guy stabbed in. Just looking at the carb now, and yeah, it looks like it's leaking. Is that gas? Yep, that's gas. So that might be a problem. Yeah, we'll dig into that in a little bit. Or maybe we could do that now while we're waiting for the coolant to finish bleeding. Huzzah! That was pretty easy to do. 1-inch wrench on this. It looks like somebody had tried to take the fuel line off before and didn't have a wrench on the top part, so it's 1 inch on the big guy, and then the nuts 5/8 for the fuel line, 1/2 inch for the carb tie downs. You got a throttle linkage, a spring, vacuum hose, PCV breather, and the choke. So pretty easy to take off. Now we'll crack into this thing and see what's shaking. Well, when I'm taking stuff apart, I like to lay the screws out in the pattern that they came out, just in case they're different or whatever. But yeah, I think I found the problem. There's just a wee bit of sediment in the bottom. It's like silt. So much. That might do it. So we'll get this thing all cleaned out and see if we need to get a gasket kit for it. The gasket came apart really nice, so I'm not super concerned. I'll try to reuse it. If I have to, I'll replace it. Not a big deal. Huzzah! Wow, that was crazy. I blew it out and yeah, it's like a super fine powder. It's like almost like clay dust. So it just dried it out. Try to get the camera light better. There we go. Yeah, she's pretty crusty in there. That little screen there was just completely full. Yeah, look how far up the wall it is. Yeah, it's freaking nuts. So I'll try to disassemble this a little further. Might have to rip in and grab some brake clean because this thing is just coated in this stuff. Try to break it down and get her all cleaned up, and yeah, should be good as new. Alright, well I got the carb all cleaned up and back on. It's internally clean. So now we'll tackle the water pump, and then once that's done, then we'll give her a fire up. And I noticed this. I have no idea what the heck it is. It's looks like some kind of resistor or something that goes into some kind of vacuum sensor thing that goes to the distributor. It gets vacuum from the carb and then sends it into the distributor right through there. So some kind of vacuum advance thing, I don't know. But I don't know how important that is. And holy crap, this rain can frig off. It's so loud in here. Well, I got the water pump off, and my headlamp is freaking out. There we go. And I only snapped off 2 bolts. Oh, so much fun. This thing was very, very, very crusty. Like, the bolts that came out are just nasty. So yeah, 2 casualties. Oh, see you later. I'll see if I can get those out with vice grips. If not, I might weld something to them and see how that goes. Well, he's running. Running pretty decent. Smoking a lot though, and I think some oil got spilt on it. Oh, I think she needs some valve cover gaskets. You can see it's leaking really bad right down there, all over the manifold. So I shut her down and yeah, just burning off all the old oil. Holy crap. That water pump works good. Well, that's pretty awesome. One of the part stores had them upstairs. The other part store couldn't even, like, they weren't even in Western Canada, so yahoo! Get these guys slapped in. I hate cork though, so if it's all you can get. Well, got the valve cover gasket situation all fixed. Doesn't leak, doesn't smoke. The reason why it was idling kind of high is because I forgot to plug in a PCV vacuum line off the back of the carb that goes in the center of the intake. So I got that fixed. She fires up, chef's kiss, runs beautifully, so smooth, and it doesn't smoke anymore. But I was asked to look at the underside of it as well because it something happened and it made a bit of a noise, and now the exhaust leaks. So I'll show you guys what I found. Alright, so checking it out, everything looks good. There's all the mounts are still hanging, but that might do it. That might be a bit of a loud noise. So looks like the muffler blew up, but yeah, minor, very minor. That can be just chopped out and replaced. Everything looks really good under here. There's no rust. Looks really clean. This is just like undercoating and stuff. But yeah, I'd say throw a new muffler at her and she's gold. But yeah, I think this one is done. Yeah, check this out. No pumping, nothing. It is a little warmed up, but